A dozen world figures, including former UN Chief Kofi Annan and several ex-presidents and former heads of European governments, attended a two-day Religion in the Modern World conference in Tehran. The October 13th event was co-hosted by Norway's Oslo Center for Peace and Human Rights and the Dialogue Among Civilizations Center, the brainchild of Iran's ex-president Mohammad Khatami. In his opening remarks, Khatami said, quote, "What is now being exposed as Islam is not what religion is truly about." He believes, quote, "Religion has been abused as much as human beings. It should be saved from the clasps of dogmatic fundamentalists and violent power seekers." And this encapsulates what the conference is really about: the interplay between religion and politics, extremism and tolerance, topics the West has been keen on addressing. And during the conference, its leaders had this to say. Ireland's former president, Mary Robinson, warned against, quote, "religious extremism, which has become a weapon of mass destruction." She also called for, quote, "respect towards religious minorities." And her words happened to echo the pains endured by groups such as the Baha'is, Iran's largest non-Muslim minority. According to the U.S. State Department's latest report on international religious freedom, the Baha'is are severely discriminated against, as the Constitution does not recognize their faith. They're denied jobs and schooling should they indicate their faith. Their blood can be spilled with impunity, and their marriages and divorces are not officially recognized. Also, converts from Islam to Christianity, labeled in Iran as apostates, risk arrest, persecution, or even the death penalty. Norway's former Prime Minister, Kjell Magne Bondevik, who is the head of the Oslo Center for Peace and Human Rights, called on the Iranian government to give its religious minorities the same legal rights as the majority. Bondevik, seen here sitting next to Robinson and Khatami, also fired a statement against Ahmadinejad's past remarks about wiping Israel off the map, and U.S. President Bush's reference to Iran and North Korea as the axis of evil. He said such terms only add fuel to the fire of religious tensions. Sitting on the other side of Khatami was former UN Chief Kofi Annan. He sees this opportunity to criticize, quote, "opportunistic politicians who make extremist speeches to get elected." The conference reportedly aims to increase understanding and cooperation between the Muslim world and the West. But the International Herald Tribune's headline interprets this event as an endorsement of former global leaders to Khatami for a possible comeback ahead of the June presidential elections.